comes up. She brings my coffee in my favorite cup. That's why I know, yes I know, hallelujah, I just love her so. When I'm in trouble and I have no friend, I know she'll go with me until the end. Everybody asks me how I know. I smile at them and say she told me so. That's why I know, oh I know, hallelujah, I just love her so. Now if I call her on the telephone and tell her that I'm all alone, by the time I count from 1 to 4, I hear her on my door. In the evening when the sun goes down, when there is nobody else around, she kisses me and she holds me tight and tells me, Daddy, everything's alright. I know, yes I know, hallelujah, I just love her so.
Hilo Bay, Big Island, Hawaii. Somewhere in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. But not quite the middle, like the northern middle.
What do you think? We're on land now.
That's a jetty. That's like the biggest jetty I've ever seen. That thing is insane. It's like a 2-mile long jetty. Got breakfast made, we got the snacks, we got lunch for the day. We're going to Honolulu Beach. About 2.5 miles from here. We're gonna take the bus and walk, carry our surfboards, and it's supposed to be like 5 foot at 12 seconds today, no wind. So we're gonna fucking get it. We about to go surfing. Yep. We were lollygagging, so we're waiting another hour for the bus, eh, Josh? At least we got the beautiful banyan trees. Nice shade.
You probably had a couple kids. He was probably short. Poor short bastard.
Oh, that's a rock over there. Oh, in Morocco, in Morocco, in Morocco, in Morocco. My gear has fell off today. Hey, hey, I hit that rock and I lost my keel today. Yo, oh, in Morocco, in Morocco, in Morocco, in Morocco. Yo, oh, hey. Engineer man say, breakaway keel, safer, but I know. Must have bought I'm on a hole for now, ain't got no keel on my boat though. In Morocco, in Morocco, in Morocco, in Morocco, yo, yo, yeah. I lost my keel today. Was trying to anchor in a deep bay, and in Morocco, yeah, there he goes, yeah. Hit the rock today, hit the rock today. In Morocco, in my way. Oh, yeah, hit the rock. Yeah, it really sucked. Look at that fish. That's a leaf fish. Looking for some fruit trees. Paddled upstream. This is pretty much fresh here. Gets fresher and fresher as you go up. That's about as far as we could go in the dink. It looks like it comes from a source over there. I don't know whether it's a boil or a stream. But it's got a current. Beautiful day in the bay. We're rowing to shore right now. Well, I am. We're Josh powered today.
Starts every time.
Starts every time. After being at sea for 22 days, Hilo Bay was the most magnificent wonder to behold. It's an oasis poised amidst the most expansive, uninhabitable desert. Its sacredness is palpable. The stark contrast in greens and browns, food sprouting from the ground, fresh water spilling from the sides of cliffs into and against the seemingly endless void of the Pacific Ocean feels nearly impossible. To see so much life, diversity, and beauty after living so long within those ever-changing combinations of blue tones helps affirm the improbability of this very real place. So, wanted to touch on our adventure in Hilo Bay since we had arrived in Hawaii first. It was we spent about a week in Hilo. It was fantastic. Man, just the most amazing introduction to land again after a month. And I got some kind of cliff notes here that I'm going to read from just to get it all in order, because we're about 3 weeks away from that event now as I record this. But we pulled in, we were able to see Big Island from I'd say we watched Big Island for about 16 hours or so the day before we made landfall. We were about 60 or 70 miles off of Big Island in the evening time, and you couldn't really see it, but as the sun set you could see the city lights, and we just kept steering towards the lights of the island on the horizon, and eventually early in the morning you could start to see the flashes of buoys and nav lights and shore lights, and that was really exciting. And then as the sun started to come up, we were probably 13 or 14 miles away from the island, and you could see the island, and just, gosh, it was breathtaking. We started to see other boats that were out there, head boats and stuff, which was really exciting too. We had this rain squall that came off of the mountain, and it blew right over us, and Josh and I felt this fresh mountain air hit us with this mist in it, and we took a deep breath, and it was the most green, beautiful smell ever. It smelled like fresh rain and a forest and wet dirt, and we forgot what that smelled like. It was mind-blowing. It smelled so good. We got service, a couple miles offshore, and we started calling our families and talking to people we hadn't talked to in a month before. That was awesome. It was such a great intro to that morning. So we pulled into Hilo Bay, slowly made our way there. Just were gawking at all the freaking waterfalls and the big old red cliffs that just drop straight into the ocean from these rainforests on the top of them. Amazing sights. Dropped an anchor in the empty giant bay and the designated anchorage zone, and immediately we were right in front of this public park that they had a bunch of rowing proas out in front of in Hilo, and this guy paddled right up to us as soon as we dropped the hook, and he was like, "Hi, so nice to meet you. You guys have a beautiful boat, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "Hello, I haven't talked to anybody in a month but this guy. So good to meet you." And he was awesome. We chatted for a bit. He's super welcoming, and that was the best, first interaction that we could have asked for, and it set the tone for every interaction that we've had since we were in Hawaii. People have been so friendly to us and welcoming, And you know, we've just come in with a good attitude, respect for this place, and they've treated us with respect back and welcomed us. It's been amazing. Pretty much immediately got in the dinghy and went to shore, like ASAP. We had our board shorts on. We just dropped it in, grabbed the paddles, and paddled right to shore. Kissed the ground. Hilo Bay has a lot of black sand, which was really cool to see. So just checking out all the flora and, you know, the black sand and the water, and smelling grass again and feeling dirt under our feet was really spiritual in a way. And spent some time that day and the next few just exploring town, walking about, getting our bearings. I think we ended up finding a really good surf spot called Honolulu Beach, which is about 2.6 miles away from where we anchored. And we made an endeavor there one day to check it out, and the next we decided we had to go there and make a surf day out of it. So we waited for a good forecast, which didn't take much time, and we made like the 2.6 mile trek, mostly on foot. We took a bus like 0.8 miles of the way there, and then got off the bus and trekked our way there. It was funny, the bus driver was like, got on the bus and she just looked at us and shook her head, and she was like, "You guys can't get on this bus with your surfboards." And we were like, and she's like, "Where are you even going? I don't go to a beach." I'm like, "Well, you go like halfway to Honolulu." And she's like, she just kind of like said, get in the back. Yeah. And by the time she dropped us off, she was pretty friendly with us. It was nice. That was a really great adventure. The surf was fantastic. Honolulu was mind-blowing. It was right at the mouth of this freshwater stream that ran down the mountain and emptied into the ocean. And man, the swell was gorgeous. The scenery was gorgeous. People were awesome. It was a great day. I think that evening, actually, we got back into town and decided maybe the next day, we decided we really kind of deserved some greasy food that wasn't MRE based. And we found this local bar and went in there and got a great meal. I had like a barbecue fried chicken sandwich or something with coleslaw on it, and some loaded fries. Oh my gosh. I forgot food could taste that good, honestly, until that moment. But hung out there for a bit, and we ended up meeting some really awesome people who we connected with. They were playing this game of giant Jenga, and they had taken like 2 towers, stacked them on top of each other, and made this like 4.5 foot tall impossible Jenga tower. And they invited us in to play with them. We ended up there for another like 3 or 4 hours playing. Like, the bar had all kinds of like oversized board games and shit, and we just had a grand old time. Made a bunch of friends that night. That was fantastic experience. Ended up going back to the boat, hung out a little bit. We decided we wanted to move the boat out of the main part of Hilo Bay and into a smaller part that's known as Reeds Bay, and that was a great decision. You could see that in the videos when we re-anchored. That was Reeds Bay, which is kind of like a smaller part of Hilo Bay, and what a magical spot. We paddled around, explored these streams that came from the mountaintop, like found this like natural spring, just breathtaking place. It was right next to this botanical gardens that we went and explored. You saw the videos of that too. Amazing place. Made a grand old time out of that. Next day, Josh's birthday, turned 30. We celebrated by just spearfishing, having a grand old day, and one of Josh's good friends, Dusty. But shout out to Dusty, thank you so much. If you see these videos, we really appreciate you. he sent Josh. Actually, he called and arranged reservations for us for a restaurant, and then like gave the restaurant his card information and said whatever they want, just like I'll pay for it all and the tip. And he bought us an awesome dinner that was, man, it was so spectacular. It really made our week. Thank you so much, Dusty, again. Josh really appreciated it as well, I know. That was a great kind of outro to Hilo Bay, and we spent another day or so messing around until we eventually just packed up and took off. And we took off with the intention of leaving for Lanai. However, we went through Maui Channel and got knocked down and like just about rolled the boat and ended up limping into Kehi on Maui, which was quite an interesting experience, but that'll be the next video. So. What you doing over there, Josh?
Desk popper.
Okay. Anyway.